Yes, Kiwi Farms. I like some of their content. I mean, the whole Internet Bloodsports thing. Gio recommended that I watch the Internet Bloodsports Apocalypse episode, and
Yeah,
everybody was just
IBS Apocalypse is the funniest one because it's 6 hours of just people going back and forth calling each other fat retards, and it's the funniest. It's just the funniest thing because at the beginning you had these like structured debates, like the very first one, the one that Worski hosted between Richard Spencer and Sargon and Styx. That was actually like a actual debate where they're trying to actually discuss ideas of the ethno state and all that stuff. And eventually you go down the line like 5 or 6 months and you're looking at how things have completely changed. All the hosts have just become totally deranged and they're fighting each other over this petty drama of who's doxed who swatted who, and then it's just there's
Yeah.
no debate anymore. It's just people calling each other insults. And
I love how that is the high level of pettiness. That's like such a sophisticated pettiness. Like I feel like there needs to be a reality show or something about this.
well, they were in a way in a reality show when they were going live on camera, walking around the I think it was the Sunset Strip, or I don't remember where they lived.
Yeah, there was a lot. They did one stream. It was called like IRL Internet Bloodsports or something by Asian Andy, the IRL streamer who did streams with Ice Poseidon and those guys. He did a stream with Andy Worski and Baked Alaska before those guys became enemies, and yeah, they just went around playing the racist super chats and all that stuff.
They had
a while
system.
later.
They had a system set up where the audio
Yeah.
would just transfer whatever super chat was said into the public sphere.
But the problem is, like a year later, down the line, after the Internet Bloodsports thing died, what happened was with Andy Worski, that ended up getting him in trouble. You guys probably saw this, but there was that incident, the gun incident. He's walking down the street in Miami with Failure, Tonka's old co-host, and they're just walking down the street, and somebody entered a super chat to play a song, and the song is this racist song. It says, "My name's Andy Worski and I hate," and it's a bunch of slurs. And he's walking down the street with this, and some guy comes up and smacks the phone out of his hand and calls him a Nazi. And it leads to this whole fight. They're walking down the street. The guys are still following them. They stop in the middle of the street. Worski tells his friend to pull out his gun, and it just falls apart, and they end up getting arrested. And that was basically the end for Andy Worski. And
Wow.
you can see
And who was that guy who
Sounds
was
like he deserved it.
Who was what?
Who was the
Sounds
guy
like
who was
he deserved it.
well, who was the dude who was confronting them? Was it just like a completely random person who just heard this and
Yeah, it was just random people. They weren't
Wow.
like weren't people who knew about Internet Bloodsports or anything. Just completely random people.
But that's even tells you more about how much he deserved it.
because he's reckless. It's just like a completely stupid thing.
I really like this. Like a lot of people have not been smacked enough for speaking out of line.
Well, Worski was supposed to, but Tonka-san never showed up because he's a coward and a fraud and a failure.
I'm just even just talking in I mean, am I the only person here that's been slapped in the middle of a conversation? I've been
Maybe.
slapped at least
I haven't.
a handful of times. Where I was like,
I
oh,
have not been slept.
I was like, oh,
I've slapped
it
people.
gives you a little, kind of wakes you up.
Yeah,
Well-
that's never happened to me before.
Wasn't it Mike Tyson who said that everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face?
Maybe we should add that element to the stream. Can we do that somehow?
Digital
Virtual
Punch each
digital
other in the
punching.
face.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting though. If we set up like a robot, like think about
It'd
this,
actually be
Leonella.
fun to do if we actually had like an like when we start doing these live. If we had like an MMA day, I would love to get back on the mat. Like that. That is fun. That's way better than ballet. I mean, I haven't done ballet. My personal opinion, maybe.
No, it is-
Veres
actually,
and
I've done
Lev
both.
Would team up on me. Maybe Veres and Lev would team up on me and say ballet is better than the
No,
judo.
no. I've done
but I
both.
think the
So I
judo-
did ballet and I also did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I completely agree with you, Jules. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, way better. And I also love the thing that they
That
do
is
at the
fun
end.
stuff.
Yeah, they do this thing at the end that ballet people don't do, which is that they all go in a circle and just shake each other's hand. Well, no more of that now, I guess, with the corona.
And
Although-
hugging. They hug. They hug.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
hugging.
Are they still doing jiu-jitsu now, though, with the COVID-19? What's going on? Because that is like a very
enough
contact...
with the COVID-19. I'm done
Enough
with the
with the
COVID-19.
You're done. Okay,
I'm done
good.
with the COVID-19.
Good,
All
I'm
right?
happy. Yes. No, I think I don't even want to talk about it. It's such a boring subject now. It's already, but well, the whole
only midwit takes can be taken from this now. It's done. The
Yes,
goose
it's
is
done.
cooked.
We buried it. But yeah, by the way, I also wanted to say that I am very, very happy that somebody posted a tiger ball, which is Rustoid, in chat. I love these tiger balls. They were a piece of Russian meme propaganda that turned on them, where they have like this. I don't know how much of you guys know the whole backstory behind the tiger ball thing.
Tell us.
I do not.
I don't.
So the Russian government hired people to create propaganda in the form of these, pretty tame mimetic cartoons where they tried to show how cool Russia is in comparison to all the other nations. And they said, like, Russia's so big, we even have tigers. And that ended up resulting in people reorienting these Russia tiger memes. I'm not going to post them on chat because they're very violent and sexual regarding the things that go on with Russia and the poor tiger ball. But the point was made that people are going to take whatever it is that you create, like when they see your mission for it as being one of propagandistic purposes, and smash it up. And I think that that's a wonderful thing in a way, even though they're very blue. Like, my favorite one, for those who know, is the one of Wolverine, like that famous meme of Wolverine laying down looking at a photo frame. It was like the Poland ball, the horned up Poland ball looking at the nether regions of the Russia ball. So, it's beautiful in a way, though, that people have the ability to do all this stuff. And luckily, I don't think that the algorithms have figured out how to detect memes as much as they figured out how to detect language. So I think that memes would be our hope as far as awakening people to certain things that we can't do with text.
In the future, are we going to see state-synthesized, AI-created memes, robotic memes?
Are we doing that already?
And I think we see that now here. I'm sorry, I'm back. If anybody was looking for me, I had to do kid stuff. But we see that now, I think. The CIA has a meme farm.
And like during the election, the 2016 election, I remember on a lot of the boards that would discuss Trump, like 4chan poll, the Donald, you would see people talk about correct to the record. I don't know how many of you guys remember that. There was that meme about David Brock's 26 virgins in his basement who were sitting around popping out Hillary Clinton terrible memes. And so I guess it kind of is a thing that the left is creating these memes to try and force their agenda, state-enforced memes.
Well, yeah, everyone does. I mean, even as far back as what I can't remember what president it was. Sorry, I'm not from America, as you can probably tell. But before Obama or during that election, I think, and there was something about binders full of women, and that became a meme. Like every single thing, the presidential
that was Romney, right?
It's a spectacle. Yeah, it's a spectacle. And so every stupid little thing is fucking made into a meme. Like, we're not even in the proper election yet, and there's like memes of like the MGS2 codec call with Joe Biden just talking rubbish. And like, it's already happening.
And that's
we're already in it.
That's why I hate it so much. It's fake. It's just in my eyes, it's all just a dog and pony show, just a facade of discourse. They just want you to watch this and think there's something legit happening here, some real thinking, but that's not. It's just
like the mainstream,
just fake.
You're talking about the mainstream? Well, they just cap the conversations. Like they give, it's so artificial. It's so constricted.
That's why
large numbers.
There's no randomness in it. There's no randomness in the mainstream, right? Like you have to fit this little. You have to like be on script if you're in the mainstream. Like you can't be going off script. That's why you'll have people on Sean Hannity come on for 10 minutes. Sean Hannity will speak the whole time. These people say nothing. And then it's like, why are you having guests on this show? It's just this Sean Hannity show. It's unwatchable, right?
Well, like, that's why Kanye is in trouble now, right? Because he's going off script. He's talking about these ideas they don't want you to know about. And he's saying these things like, I don't want my kids to do
It's his family too,
porn.
though. It's not even the other people. Your family turns against you. That's something to learn about freedom of speech, is like you're speaking your mind. Like your family will flip on you way before
well, it's
the mainstream media will, because they start going like, you're going to affect our business. Oh my God, I'm going to lose this client. Oh my God, like, what are you doing? Like, my friends now are gossiping about like what the heck you just said. Like, you know, it's like, so the social control is happens internally first before it's like bleeds out into the public square.